Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo have gotten an EZA. This is a very, very popular character. A lot of fragments of the community I've noticed have really grown on this character, but I do have bad news for a lot of y'all. That's why Kage was on it first. I just gotta let y'all know. It is true. It is true. So Kage's been on them for years. So this character, I have not liked them as much as other people because it's one of these characters where it's like, again, this is something that I've said recently, is I feel like I am much different from a lot of the community in that I'm typically viewing things as either under kind of like unlucky circumstances or like over on the sort of like negative end of things, rather than where a lot of the community is, you know, like when they're talking like, all right, who's better between Broly and Gogeta? The only thing they're showing is like Broly on turn 27 after he's transformed, right? Or like, oh my god, here's Super Trunks, look how good he is. And it's like turn 57 once he's transformed, right? Like, I try and look at what is likely to happen more often than not. And this character, before their EZA, they did need 7 orbs to get 100% dodge. Well, now they're going to be in a much, much, much better spot. Because one key thing that this character has been given with their EZA is that they now have a 50% chance to dodge base kit, which is really good for them. So now we have, again, a much better chance. Alright, so now I'd love to put him slot 1, right? But again, at getting 7 orbs, with 7 orbs, they still guaranteed dodge like always. But 7 orbs is not consistent, and it's never going to be consistent. Unless Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo got a nasty EZA, which they actually did. If we scroll all the way to the bottom there, when their HP is below 60%, they'll randomly change a type key sphere into a physical key sphere. Not really the biggest deal. The more important factor is if your HP is below 39% at the start of turn, they change the entire field into physical orbs. It's a busted ability because like this character is kind of like an LR version of the attribute EZAs, right? That ability right there, like, I'm telling you right now, if this character was exactly the way it is, except you get rid of the full field of orb changing, I would not be near. I would not be on this. Like, I know people would still be going, oh my god, they're so busted, and I'd be like, I mean, you know, they're definitely better, but I mean, they're not crazy. But having that full field of orb change, because if our HP is below 39%, they'll change the entire field of orbs into physical. They will then full heal you, right? And they'll have 100% dodge. That is just so good. It's not just the guaranteed dodge, but it's the heal plus being able to go in slot 1. It's just such a strong ability. It's so good. So Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo obtaining that ability is just so awesome for them. With STR orbs, we're going to give support. Golden Frieza might kill right here, unfortunately. 300k. Alright, let's just go ahead and see. I mean, if Golden Frieza kills right here, it's fine. We're at least getting support from Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo. Alright, this Golden Frieza, I'll have a video up for him, like his own video up for him soon. Nice, okay, so 14 million they give us right here. So they do 14 million. Their 18 key super attack effect, they're getting 100% attack and defense, by the way. Huge damage, right? So remember, we did get the STR key, so they gave the 39% attack to 2 key. With a Rainbow Key Sphere, they gave all allies 2 key, 15% attack and defense. When they reach 24 key, they get a guaranteed additional super, which we weren't able to see right there. But then they also give movie bosses or super bosses category allies 10% damage reduction. Now, one thing you have to understand with this damage reduction ability of theirs, it only activates when they attack. They have to attack for that damage reduction ability of theirs to actually trigger in. Alright, let's sacrifice, I guess, what Gogeta and Broly are doing on this turn, and we'll just save this key for Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo. Again, if we're going into like a real fight, I'm just gonna tell y'all, like, it's gonna be a consistent thing where we're not gonna have a field of orbs for them to play with, but they will still be in business at least with the 50% chance to dodge, right? I did accidentally attack Rose right there, damn it. Rose might? Yeah, he hopefully will live. We'll see. So that is going to be good. The fact that they just are going to have dodge no matter what. Then you give them, obviously, hidden potential system, give them full dodge build right there, and, you can be cooking as well with that also. I guess I could see people wanting to pound them with, crits or additional. People are just upset. People are just so obsessed with damage. It's crazy. But, I would certainly recommend, if you're going to utilize this character, the main value that they're always going to have is the guaranteed dodge. Because there's nothing better than 100% chance to dodge, because you're literally untouchable. You cannot lose, right? Obviously there's fights that cancel dodge, but you don't use the character in those fights. So, like, that's always going to be, like, their first and foremost, like, strongest ability, is the guaranteed dodge that they have. But, having all the support is obviously very nice. And then, of course, being able to get the huge orb changing could be good. They get 30% attack and defense per key sphere, and then they get another, 10% attack and defense if it's a physical key sphere. So certainly, them in one of those tough fights, they get the full field of, 40% attack and defense per key sphere, and they're going to be looking pretty good. All right, so we'll be able to get 12 orbs right here. This is going to be with tech orbs too. So with us having the tech orbs, that's going to give defensive support to the rest of the rotation. It's probably going to be better for us. So that's what shocking speed and fierce battle right there. Their link set, of course, is Brainiacs. What is it? Solid support, cool judgment, big bad bosses, shocking speed, fierce battle, and legendary power is what we have got going on there. And then what would BROLY have with them? We would get legendary power. Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess sure. Let's see that right quick. So that's we have mostly covered what this character does, right? They're going to give attack support with EGL and STR orbs. They're going to give defensive support with int and tech orbs. Here's the guaranteed dodge. Again, you can't really do any better than 100% chance to dodge, because it's 100% chance you don't take damage. So there's the super. Then they're going to get a guaranteed additional super because we have full key. When they actually did their super attack, the 10% damage reduction triggered in for the entire rotation, or at least if the characters are super boss and movie bosses. So there's a nice triple super right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then this is on top of them having support as well. They're definitely a nice little character. Like this is certainly a good villain character to be added into the mix, right? That's one thing that this anniversary has had with a strong part 1 is not only, I think, has the content stages been very, very good, but we also have the villain characters have been very good. This has been happening for a little bit, though. Villains gotta be with Worldwide Download Celebration. LR Fusion Zamasu, AGL Zamasu, LR Rose Goku Black CZA. Then Hirudegarn was very good for New Year's. And then, a lot of the villains were good at the Heroes batch as well. Certainly Dark Mask King, Dark King Fu. Right, very, very good villain characters. And then now, Anniversary. Now villains actually truly are making a comeback, because Dokkan, it's not like we drop Fusion Zamasu, he's a great villain character. Okay, see you later, villains. We can fumble the next 5 releases. That's not what they did. It's like Fusion Zamasu, you're a W. Hirudegarn, you're a W. BROLY, you're a W. EZA LR Goku Black, you're a W. EZA 16, 17, 18, you're a W, right? Like, you know, now that they're stacking up these very strong big-time villain releases over and over and over and over, you know, villains are going to be sitting in a pretty good spot. Let's just get one more rotation out of Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo, and then we'll finish up. All right, let's see what we got right here. Do we have the orbs we're looking for? There's 7 right there. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. But a lot of that, of course, is, you know, me just sacking it on the last rotation. But whatever. All right, so let's just go ahead and hit this. So with the 7 orbs, that, of course, is going to be the defensive support again. Yeah, there's Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo. Now, how good are they? I don't know. I've been having trouble, I think, recently, maybe because I'm sick, of, like, you know, just, like, looking at it being like, oh, there's something like this. I think Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo are likely, well, I mean, they might be the best EZA. It's between them and UI Goku. It's just, they rely a lot on orbs. And, I mean, that's not a given, right? It's like, if you're creating your own orbs, yes, you know, you could be in business, right? Like, Bulma creates her own orbs. Gogeta creates his own orbs for the team, right? Like, when you're creating your own orbs, it's much easier and more consistent. I guess if we're running Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo, their only 200% leader skill they have is on LR Broly's team. Gogeta, I mean, obviously we would run Gogeta on this team too. But, I mean, it's one Rainbow Orb changer. I don't know. This is the thing. I'm going to use Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo a lot, and we'll see. I think at their best case, they're the best EZA. At worst, I probably still like them better than 16, 17, and 18, though. Right? Like, that's... So, like, at their best, they're the best EZA. At their worst, they're the second best EZA. Probably, right? Like, is what I think is very fair, right? So, let me know what you guys think of Broly, CHEELAI, and Lemo. But, again, with several of the abilities that were added here, I see this being a very viable character moving forward, for sure. There's a lot positive here after their EZA. Definitely.